Video games are fun. But sometimes, no matter how much you want to play games, you don't want to play a game. Despite your never-ending Steam library or ceiling-high racks of discs, nothing scratches your itch, nothing tickles your fancy. You are suffering from gamer's block. Now, they say that you should write what you're feeling, and I don't think I've ever felt gamer's block more than I feel it right now. I recently picked up The Witcher 3, a universally praised game, which also happens to be firmly in my favourite genre of game, an adventure action RPG. But I couldn't even enjoy more than 5 hours of it, because it just felt like too much work. And I want to clarify, that is not a criticism of the game, it's quite the opposite. But this is an illustration of my headspace. I want to play a game, but this one just feels like too much effort right now. Another genre that can frustrate gamer's block is competitive games. Frustrate being the operative word. There's some sort of animalistic or perhaps humanistic urge within me to play competitive games. I cannot even remember the last time that I enjoyed actually playing a competitive game. Yeah, I've got thousands of hours across CSGO and Overwatch combined. I've never been angrier during any activity in my life. And I am not exaggerating. I have literally never been angrier than when things go wrong when playing a competitive video game. On one hand, I can count myself lucky that the worst thing that's happened in my life to make me angry is just a video game. But on the other hand, I shouldn't enter such a rage that I literally bloody my knuckles from thumping my desk when I'm playing what is supposed to be a fun pastime. And just to clarify my personality for those who of course don't know me IRL, I am mild-mannered and docile, if I say so myself. The most catastrophic personal disaster in the real world would not get me to raise my voice even half as far as I raise my fist to slam on the table when I perceive an injustice in a ranked video game. What I'm saying is that I want to play a game, but I don't think it should be a competitive video game. There is some dank driving force that makes me think that I want to, but gaming is something that I do for fun, and when seeking fun, competitive games are a no-no. Sometimes the nature of the game doesn't matter, and it's the fact that you're playing with friends that's important. I consider myself super lucky that I've got a huge network of awesome people who love games just like I do, and many of whom enjoy a good old co-op sesh just like I do. But the emotional energy of interacting with people sometimes just isn't there. And I love so many of the people that I've met and I speak to regularly online, but I just don't feel like playing games with other people right now. So I've recently tried turning to indie games, specifically short, well-reviewed and sort of chill indie games. And whilst there are some incredible indie gems out there, they're usually quite short, or at least they've got a pretty short gameplay loop. Now don't get me wrong, there's absolutely a place for them in the world, and there's absolutely a place for them in my Steam library. But right now those short experiences and short gameplay loops get me bored pretty quickly, and just make me feel like it's time to play something else. So as much as I do want to play games, I can't find a genre or even a specific game that I can stick with, that fulfills that urge and scratches that itch for more than an hour or two. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's gone through these motions, and there are probably unlimited factors inside and outside of real life and gaming life and online life and whatever it may be that can lead to these sort of feelings. So I'm not here to diagnose myself or diagnose anyone else. But sometimes it's just good to know that you're not alone. And sometimes it's just good to get things off your chest. Obviously, as a gaming YouTube channel, not enjoying playing any particular games isn't doing much good for my content, and I sincerely apologise for that. I do really love what I've built here with this channel. It's the hardest I've worked on anything in my life, and I'm super proud of it, and believe me, it does hurt knowing that the channel is essentially suffering by the fact that I've got a slow and erratic upload schedule. But I'd much rather be in the position I am now than turn into a sort of vapid, overreacting live gameplay Ali A clone. Anyway, I digress. Sometimes you want to play games, but you don't want to play a game. That's okay. Games are for fun. So if you're not having fun, there's no point forcing yourself to play, as that will ultimately probably lead to you resenting games. Take a break. Games will still be there for you when you get back. I am currently working on a video about the aforementioned relaxing indie games, which will hopefully see the light of day, as well as God knows how many other fully and half-written scripts waiting to be worked on. So I'll say this every time that a channel update type of video comes along, but I am super grateful for you guys who are sticking by me and continue to enjoy my content, and I fully intend to keep on providing that content that you enjoy for much, much longer. So thank you everybody for watching, and I shall see you soon.
Someone told me that I'm special. If that ain't fair, I don't